You are listening to a Cult Talk Network podcast. Welcome, everyone, to Cult Talk Net's first summer event, American Pie Slices.
I'm Michael.
I'm Ty.
And Tyler's struggling to open his beer.
Oh, baby. Oh.
That refreshing sound of bitter, nasty beer.
It's a Miller Lite. It's not. It's refreshing.
Nope, it's all gross.
But today, we are putting out the trailer episode for American Pie Slices. This is the very first summer event that Cult Talk Net has done. And what are we doing it on, Mike? It's American Pie Slices. Would that mean that we are reviewing various pies that originated in America and judging them?
No, we're reviewing the song American Pie.
Oh, yeah.
And we're dissecting each lyric in that song.
That's, you know what is a weird thing? There's actually a couple podcasts that do that, episodes of podcasts that do that.
Oh. Well, that's not what we're doing here.
Yeah. When I was looking up American Pie podcasts, like doing my preliminary, is there anything else like this? I found like there's like a bunch of 3 or 4 podcasts that dissect American Pie. So there must be a lot of deeper meaning to American Pie. The song.
Bye, Miss America. Yeah, I really don't know.
She's my American Pie.
That's cherry pie. God damn it. But no, we are here dissecting 1999's American Pie.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a fun one. So what we're doing in this podcast, this is different than anything we've done at Cult Talk Now. We have Cult of Campbell, which focuses on the films of Bruce Campbell. We have Cult Talk Conspiracy, which dives into conspiracies. And we have Cult of Lore, which dives into the deep-rooted lore of Warhammer 40K and various other worlds. But this is a podcast all about one movie, 1999's American Pie. We're going chapter by chapter and dissecting everything.
To very gross-looking paintings and backgrounds, to the deeper meanings of certain characters. And
oh, yeah. We break down some pretty wild stuff that I've never taking the time to analyze. Because we're doing this like long form on a movie, it gave us opportunity to do it. But we look at Jim's computer background, we analyze what's on there, various things in the background, murals. There's a few really nice murals, and
one that's just super confusing.
One that is wild. I think that's in like the first episode.
Yeah, I think that's the first episode.
Yeah, we full disclosure, we were recording this after we finished the recording the series, because I wanted to be able to look forward and give you guys an idea of what you have to expect in American Pie Slices, because it is an odd podcast for us to do.
Yeah, and it led me to try to gather an odd collection of something, which I got 2/3 of it still at this time. I'm waiting for the 3 of 3 at the time of this recording,
and hopefully by the time the podcast is over, we will have a update on that. Because as you listen to American Pie Slices, you'll get an idea of what we're discussing. American Pie Slices is also, it's going to be a weekly podcast. It's going to come out every Wednesday. So the very first official episode will drop on June 7th, and then it'll be every subsequent Wednesday after that for 6 main episodes. And you never know, there might be some bonus crumbs that might linger around afterwards. But there's 6 main episodes that we can promise you, and those will be starting June 7th every Wednesday going forth.
Yay!
Woo!
Spend your summer with us talking about an old film.
It's fantastic. It's the perfect summer flick. We talk about all kinds of stuff. Is Oz the poorest of all the friends?
Maybe.
What are some other stuff we talk about? Do the phone numbers on the back of the pornographic magazines that Jim's dad gave him, are those still valid numbers?
Do they work?
Do they work? Find out. Various things. It was such a fun thing to dissect a movie, because you don't really get that experience when you're watching a movie. Sure, you catch things, in subsequent viewings, you'll be like, oh, there's that thing. I didn't notice that. But when you sit down and you're watching it, nearly frame by frame, you realize there's a lot of stuff hidden in the background.
Yeah, find out if Jim went to the party as Cool Hip Jim or Laid Back Jim.
Laid Back Jim, yeah. Because that is a good question he poses right off the bat. Cool Hip Jim or Laid Back Jim? And how does it fare for him at the very first Stifler party?
And who set Oz on his trajectory of his entire film?
That is something that up until I've seen American Pie countless times, and that has never registered to me as being such a pivotal part in this whole series.
And me having the importance of like Sherman's pissing himself. I never laid what the importance was of that. And boy, did it come out really looking at it through this medium, how we did it, I guess.
Yeah, it's such a cool concept we came up with. Definitely something we want to revisit. But of course, to warrant that, listen to the podcast. Let us know what you guys think. Join us for this summer event. And why are we doing this, Mike? Because we've had that when we talk to the group, the fellow members of Cult Talk Net. The first impression is why. Why are you doing that?
Because I like tits in movies.
Yeah, I like beers, and because I have switch in common with Stifler.
Yeah, because we're total.
I'm Stifler. I'm Stifler.
He's the Stiffmeister guy. Yeah, you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, I'm Stifler.
I think this and one other series of films that I can think of has actually grown up with its audience in a way. So American Pie is part of this, of the original American Pies. American Pie 1, American Pie 2, American Wedding, American Reunion. It actually, each subsequent sequel did follow along with its audience. Like, okay, we're here now. Let's make a sequel for this. If we're going to make a sequel, let's make it for this time and not some weird retro thing,
Yeah.
And another one, which, sure, I'll pick it. It's not, but Toy Story, because Toy Story did that through its subsequent films too. It's like, following through your life of having toys and toys moving on. Those just this whole original cast series and then Toy Story, like 2 films, I think did that really well with us growing up.
Yeah, we grew up with the movies with the characters.
And I think something more special so about American Pie is that it kind of gave us a glimpse because we were a bit younger for it when it came out initially because we're like 9, 10 when it came out.
Yeah, we'd have been 8 when that came out.
Yeah, so we weren't in high school, but it was something, and I remember watching it as a kid when that came out, and it kind of gave you a view of what the future is kind of like. I mean, was it exaggerated, weird nonsense? Yes, but it still was something kind of look forward to think about, like especially when you get into part 2 and they start talking about colleges. I was like, man, what will it be like after high school? It's like we're getting there now, and now we're starting to think about what they're thinking about. So it's just one of those films that kind of just followed through life, and I think it works and speaks true.
As a younger viewer of American Pie, it gave you like that something to strive for when you get to high school. You're thinking like, man, I hope my high school experience is that cool.
God, I better get fucking laid all the time. Not like those losers.
All the time. Have these huge blowout bashes every weekend.
I'm going to grow up to be a hung legend like Jim.
Hung legend, Jim and Finch, hung legends. We, is that something we realized in this podcast?
Yep, they're hung legends.
Yeah, from what we understand, Jim and Finch, hung legends. But man, yeah, this was something we decided to do really off the cuff. I have my own podcasts with Cult Talk Conspiracy and Cult of Campbell. Mike pops up on various episodes of our podcast.
They won't leave me alone for any of the podcasts, so just know I'm there the whole time.
yeah, he's there for it. And he's like, you know what? Let's just do a podcast for us. Maybe it gets an audience, maybe it doesn't. But
yeah, we didn't even approach the group like, hey, you guys want to do this with us? We're just like, they won't, but we want to. So we
he's like, let's just do it. It's just a podcast for us. So we hope you guys join us here and listen to this. And starting June 7th, for 6 weeks, you're going to be here in American Pie Slices, and we're going to break this thing down chapter by chapter, and it's definitely going to be a deep dive.
And after finishing, we did realize there was a bunch of stuff we missed to mention as far as like, boy, just going through the IMDb trivia section, you'll find a lot of stuff. Oh my
God, yeah. Yeah, it was like we really underutilized that tool because you'd go through and it's like, man, there's so much information there, and it's wild. So that does open up the possibility of maybe some little crumbs following the main release, but that's for the future to hold. But I hope you guys join us. American Pie Slices, the first official episode drops June 7th. It'll be right here where you're listening it, here on all the podcast platforms. It'll also be available at youtube.com/culttalknet. If you want to listen to it that way, make sure you guys give us a rating, leave us a review, because that really helps out a lot. And also, it's summertime. You're grilling, you're cruising. Put on another Cult Talk Net show.
Yeah, just listen to all of our stuff and no one else's, would you?
Exactly. You can check out Cult of Campbell, which comes out on Mondays. Cult Talk Conspiracy every other Tuesday. Cult of Lore first and third Thursday of every month. And also check out youtube.com/culttalknet because those guys do a really cool full-length animated version of the podcast that they work really hard on. You should definitely check it out. Follow us at Cult Talk Net across the board. That's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the things. Instagram is probably the best place to reach out to us if you want to hit us up for anything. Hit the DMs there.
You can email us if you want.
If you want to use
Gmail.
culttalknet@gmail.com. You can fax us at...
we do not have a fax.
Write us a letter and send it to P.O. Box.
And you're not getting signed up for some newsletter if you email us. We don't do a newsletter yet.
But hey, if you want to give us your email, we'll add you to the list and maybe you might get a newsletter.
Yeah, if that's what you want, let us know, I guess. Yeah. I don't... We'll see.
Or we'll email you for financial stuff.
Give me money.
Yeah. Hey, you got a couple bucks? You can Venmo?
You got a quarter so I can ride the bus? Or
God. Oh, shit. Yeah, make sure you guys follow us on all the things and get ready for one hell of a summer because this is it. This is our very first summer event series. It's a limited series. And, if this does well, if you guys enjoy it, maybe, just maybe, next summer, we'll take a little trip to the lake house.
I like the lake house.
I do love the lake house.
The shenanigans at the lake house are awesome.
If you had to rank the American Pies, how would you rank the core four, not the
core four,
not the presents?
Number 2. I'm Wedding did some crazy stuff, man. I'm torn. My number 2 spot being Wedding or the first one. I think we're gonna do the first one.
Okay. And
then Wedding and then Reunion.
Mine would have to be Wedding number 1, minus the absence of Oz, which is like such a glaring omission for Oz to not be there, and like they never follow up on. I can't remember if there's any like throwaway. I know there's a throwaway line in Reunion where he just like, "Hey, I missed your wedding. I'm not going to miss this."
Right.
It's like, so you missed my wedding, but you're not going to miss our high school reunion. Cool.
Glad to see how you rank that.
Yeah, let's see how you rank that.
Thank Oz Striker.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, aside from that, I don't know if there's any line in Wedding where they're like, Oz is, off at the big game, or, he's got the tournament or some shit like that. I don't know I can't remember if there's a line like that in Wedding, but that's obviously a glaring omission. But the antics in Wedding and also the arc for Stifler is phenomenal in American Wedding.
Yeah.
But I would say, I think that's the highest grossing of all of them. I think Wedding is the highest grossing.
Huh.
I think. But Wedding, 1, 2, and then Reunion.
Nice.
Yeah. And there's rumors of a 5, but we'll see.
I have my thoughts of what the next one should be, but it doesn't seem to be going that way.
What's your thought?
Just like American Funeral.
American Funeral.
Someone needs to die. Like
someone's gotta die.
Yeah, we are that's the thing. If it's going to follow us through life, we are now at the stage where people have died in our lives. So it's only natural if they're going to continue following us through life.
Man,
they do an American Funeral.
Wouldn't that be a little? It would if it's a American Funeral. I'd have to say I'd want it to be. I know this is going to be very controversial, and people are going to be like, "Oh fuck no." Jim's dad.
Yeah, it'd have to be Jim's dad. That'd be Jim's dad.
I don't think I want to see one of our main 5 die.
That'd be excessive.
Yeah, I don't think I want to see that.
There's people have experienced that their best friends dying and stuff.
Oh yeah, but I don't think I want to see that in an American Pie movie.
Yeah, I don't want to see Kevin die or something.
Who do you think it'd be if one of the core 5 died?
It would be Kevin.
Think it'd be Kevin?
Yeah, it would just be if they're going to kill him. It'd have
to be Kevin. He's the most sentimental out of all of them. Like he ties them all together a lot,
right?
And that would be like a huge thing for him to pass away. But I think it would have to be Jim's dad passing away. Mm-hmm. I would think that the next the next film, if they did the core cast, American Pie 5, and I think it would be not that good because it would fall in the Sandler range. American Vacation. It'd be one of those.
It'd be like grown-ups.
Yeah, that's what I think it would. But I think American Vacation would probably make sense for the next one. I always thought it'd be cool to see. They'd have to do like a time jump, like a major time jump, because we know that Jim has a son. To see Jim experiencing his son have like the high school experience.
Well,
They'd
I
have
think-
to do a major time jump.
Well, no, I think you could do that with probably not major, because old was the son, and
Son was like a kid in reunion. That was like 10 years ago.
yeah, so he'd be like 20 now.
10 years ago, he was like a baby.
He wasn't a baby.
He'd be like 12 or 13,
I don't know.
maybe, but he wouldn't be that old.
Oh,
but-
he was 4. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, he's 4. So they'd have to do a little
14,
bit of a time
15,
jump.
yeah.
Yeah, they have to do a little bit of a time jump.
Not far, though. They could make him just a senior in high school. I don't think it'd be too hard of a jump to push that.
Right. Yeah, it's a movie. So
And you'd still call it reunion, where he's dealing with his dad's death, but he's also thinking about
Funeral.
the things making funerals,
oh yeah, that would be good.
where he's thinking about the stuff his dad taught him retrospectively. He
Yeah.
has to teach it to his senior son now.
It would really just have like they would have to do like some Eugene Levy like flashback scenes, I think, because it would be
Something,
it'd
yeah.
be just so there'd be such a void in the film if like just Eugene Levy wasn't there.
Yeah, they would have to do some kind of where he is still there. Yeah.
But man, we'll see. I mean, that I think it's pretty much confirmed. I think American Pie 5.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think up until like early last year, I think it was confirmed.
So American Pie Slices might have some length on it.
Oh yeah, these episodes are pretty long. They're like hour and a half, maybe two.
For a chapter or two. Of
Yeah.
the film.
Yeah, so you're getting a really deep dive. This is also slice of life because we talk a lot about our personal experience, our high school experiences. So if you like that kind of shit, join us. It's
Yeah,
a pretty.
We talk about how great Crown Royal is.
Oh my god, yeah, that's an aspect too that we incorporated with the show. Is that each episode where we're having an apple themed alcoholic beverage.
Some were good.
Some were good, some were bad. I don't know. Some were pretty fucking great. Some were pretty fucking awful.
Yeah, there's some I wish, like, could we have found something else?
Yeah, there was one for sure that I really I'll never buy again. I'll never even consider purchasing. And yeah, you'll see that. I think it's on the 3rd episode.
Probably.
Second
It was-
episode.
I don't know. It was fucking gross.
second
I tried to
episode.
forget it. I deleted that whole episode from my brain.
It's the second episode. But yeah, of course, at Cult.net, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the things. That's where you'll find all the updates on American Pie Slices as we drop episodes and bonus stuff and whatnot. Just keep an eye out there. I've been Ty,
I've been Michael.
and on to the next step.